A strange thing happens when people finally buy their dream home. The bigger the house gets, the less alive it feels. Massive windows, perfect lighting, designer furniture, silence, and somehow the home starts feeling less like a sanctuary and more like a showroom nobody lives in. But this isn't just architecture, it's psychology. And modern society quietly engineered this feeling without most people noticing. For most of human history, home meant warmth, noise, closeness, smells from the kitchen, voices in nearby rooms, objects filled with memory. Homes were never designed to impress strangers. They were designed to hold people together. But modern luxury changed the purpose of a home completely. Now, the dream is space. More square footage, higher ceilings, minimalism, open concepts, invisible storage, perfect aesthetics, and you can feel the shift instantly when you walk into certain luxury homes. They're visually stunning, but emotionally silent, almost too perfect to touch. And the scary part is, most people mistake this emotional emptiness for sophistication. You've probably noticed something strange. The more expensive modern interiors become, the less human they look. Because modern luxury isn't built around comfort anymore. It's built around image control. Every object becomes curated. Every room becomes optimized. Every detail becomes performative. Nothing feels accidental. And psychologically, humans don't relax in environments that feel staged. Your brain constantly scans spaces asking, "Can I exist naturally here?" That's why many luxury homes feel emotionally exhausting. You don't feel invited to live inside them. You feel pressured to maintain them. But this gets darker, because social media made this infinitely worse. Modern homes are no longer private spaces. They're public identity statements. People subconsciously design homes to be photographed, not experienced. Look closely at luxury architecture online. Gigantic empty kitchens, cold marble surfaces, neutral colors everywhere, furniture nobody actually uses, living rooms that resemble hotel lobbies. Why? Because emotional warmth doesn't perform well online. Visual perfection does. The modern luxury home became a stage set for status signaling. And deep down, people know it. That's why some expensive homes create a weird emotional discomfort the moment you enter them. They don't feel lived in. They feel observed. Like every room is silently asking, "Do I look impressive enough?" And this is where everything changes. Because humans were never psychologically designed for this level of aesthetic self-awareness. Luxury promises freedom, but extreme comfort often creates emotional separation. Huge. Homes physically spread people apart. Parents upstairs. Kids isolated in separate wings. Everyone in different rooms. Different screens. Different lives. Older homes. Forced interaction. Modern mansions. Eliminated. And architects rarely talk about this publicly. But proximity creates emotional bonding. Small frictions create intimacy. Passing each other in hallways. Hearing someone laugh nearby. Sharing tighter spaces. Accidental conversations. Luxury removes accidental human contact. Everything becomes individualized. Private bathrooms. Private lounges. Private entertainment rooms. Private everything. And eventually, people stop experiencing the home together. They simply coexist inside it. There's a psychological phenomenon wealthy homeowners quietly experience, but almost nobody admits. Large empty spaces amplify emotional absence. That's why some mansions feel strangely haunting at night. Not because they're ugly, because they expose emotional emptiness through silence. A giant room with nobody in it feels different from a small room with nobody in it. The emptiness becomes visible. And humans are deeply emotional creatures when it comes to spatial energy. We associate warmth with density, movement, imperfection, sound, life. Luxury architecture often removes all of those things. Minimalism removes visual memory. Open layouts remove intimacy. Acoustic design removes noise. Perfection removes personality. The result? A house that looks extraordinary in photos, but subconsciously feels emotionally abandoned. even when people live there. But the darkest part of all this is what luxury homes quietly reveal about modern identity. Many people no longer build homes to feel safe. They build homes to feel valuable. The house becomes proof. Proof of success. Proof of status. Proof they escaped failure. Proof they matter. And when a home becomes psychological validation, it stops functioning emotionally as a home. Now, every room carries pressure. Pressure to maintain appearances. Pressure to justify success. Pressure to outperform others socially. That's why some wealthy people constantly renovate, constantly upgrade, constantly redesign, constantly optimize, because the home was never solving loneliness. It was distracting from it. And no amount of marble can emotionally replace connection. The homes people emotionally remember forever usually aren't perfect. They're emotionally textured. A scratched dining table, messy kitchens, objects with stories, noise from another room, warm lighting at night, signs that people actually exist there. Because psychologically, humans don't bond with perfection. They bond with emotional evidence of life. And deep down, almost everyone can feel this instantly. You walk into certain homes and immediately relax. Not because they're expensive, because they feel human. And strangely, that feeling has become rare. Modern culture taught people how to design beautiful spaces without teaching them how to create emotional ones. Maybe that's why so many luxury homes feel empty. Not because wealth is evil, not because beauty is bad, but because modern society slowly replaced the idea of home with the performance of having one. And the more a space is designed to impress the outside world, the harder it becomes to emotionally live inside it. Because at the end of the day, humans were never searching for perfect architecture. They were searching for warmth, presence, connection, life. And sometimes, the loneliest place in the world is a beautiful house that no longer feels human.